Hi folks, welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. Not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back from the Daily Wire. Bill Maher to leftists who think the U.S. is evil. There's a reason Afghan mothers are handing their babies to us. Yeah, to allow them a better life somewhere else. Before I start this article, I do have to say that I'll give some kudos to Bill Maher for calling out the leftists and how ridiculous and how evil the U.S. is when it isn't. But before I read this, I have to say something else. Because not everybody listens to the whole video. Bill, in all fairness, used to be a really funny guy. You were. You were a really funny guy. The last few years, your hatred for Trump, your constant pounding, you're part of the reason why, more than most people, by the way, because millions see you, you're the reason why this woman is handing her infant to an American soldier to be taken away and leaving herself behind. You're part of the problem. You contributed to this with your constant bashing. Russian collusion, this and that, easy this, Trump's that, Trump's this, Trump's that, constant pounding. Now, years ago, when you used to be funny, and you were pretty much even-handed. You made fun of both sides, and that's what comics do. But you stopped doing that a few years back. Now, if anybody that knows Bill Maher or wants to defend him say, well, you know, John, he's only one guy. He affects millions of people. What he says, what he does. He's not shy about what he says. And I'll give him that. It's just free speech. But don't complain about how things turned out. Because you were part of the problem. And if it's only one talk show host, you know, John, there's others. I think there's a saying I heard a while back that I think fits in this case. You know, everybody's guilty. So nobody's to blame. Well, Bill, you are partially in blame. Let's read the article. Lord Maher, host of HBO's Real Time with Bill Maher, slammed the political left during his most recent episode on Friday night, saying those who complain about America need to watch what is happening in Afghanistan to adjust their perspective. We Americans could really get some perspective about where we live, Maher said. Watching this shit go down in Afghanistan, I was reminded lately of every conversation I've ever had with an immigrant. Almost all of which, if we got to really talking, include the notion, oh, you people have no idea. All you do is bitch about and badmouth your own country. But if you knew about the country I came from, you stop shitting on your own. I'm not even going to do the asterisk. I'm going to say the word right out loud. Maher said the leftists today have gone too far in their hypercritical views of the U.S., saying that under romanticize America because they have no perspective. Have a little perspective about the stuff we howl about here, Maher said. I'm sorry your professor said something you didn't like. That won't be a problem with the Taliban because you're not allowed to go to school. In Saudi Arabia, grown women can be jailed for doing the kind of things we think as a routine without the permission of a male guardian. China rounds you up if you're the wrong religion and puts you in camps. More children in Burkina Faso work than are in school, and only 5% of Burundians have electricity. The homicide rate in Honduras is 8 times what it is here. The inflation rate in Venezuela is over 2,700%. The Philippines in the last 5 years has put to death 27,000 low-level drug dealers, my old job. In North Korea, people starve to death. The only people who starve here are doing it for a role. And the only people who have no water live in California. If you think America is irredeemable, turn on the news or get a passport and a ticket to one of these sketchy airlines that puts his web address on the plane. He continued, there's a reason Afghan mothers are handing their babies to us. Yeah, you're right, Bill. You're absolutely right. But you know what? Are you starting to turn a little bit? No, you're not. You're not. You mention Donald Trump's name to you, and you'll come out with the most vile stuff, lies, innuendos, slander. Like I said, it used to be funny. Making fun of Donald Trump as a comedian when it's funny, it's great. Making fun of Joe Biden as a comedian, well, if you don't take out the tragedies. Making fun of both sides or politicians that are in the spotlight on both sides of the aisle and making fun of them and poking fun is great, because I consider comedians the canary in the coal mine. As we all know, the old days, they used to go into coal mines, they bring canaries in cages with them. And if it looked like the canary was having a hard time or it died, then you knew there was gas that killed it. You didn't get the hell out of there. It's an old saying, canary in the coal mine. Well, you've known for years, and you've said it for years, but instead you still ran your mouth and ranted about hatred for one side. Not just Trump, for the opposite side of the leftists. And you went on and on and on and on. And he used to be a really funny guy. Would you say the other day, I'm not taking the booster shot? The only reason why I got the vaccine at all is because I took one for the team. Are you kidding? You took a vaccine without consulting your doctor just to make some brownie points with your political friends? What the hell's wrong with you? We're not the bad guys, you said. Oppression is what we're trying to stop. In Afghanistan, we failed. But any immigrant will tell you we're largely succeeded here. Yet the overriding thrust of current woke ideology is that America's rotten to the core, irredeemably racist from the moment it was founded, and so oppressive, sexist, and homophobic, you can't find a host for the Oscars or Jeopardy. Yeah. I'm sure you've heard the new Jeopardy guy's out because he said boobies in 2014, and this is where the new Afghani roommates that you took in will prove so valuable, because they'll turn to you and say, have you people lost your effing minds? Have you? Have you ever heard of honor killings, public beheadings, throwing gay men off of roofs, arranged marriages to minors, state-sanctioned wife beating, female genital mutilation, marriage by capture? Because we have. And I'm not going to read this whole thing here. You can stop the video if you like. And I'm not going to read, because I'll probably get a copyright strike from HBO, and I don't want that. You know, I'll just read part of it. In fairly new rule, blind hatred of America is just as blinkered as blind love, and we Americans should really get some perspective about where we live, watching the shit go down in Afghanistan. I was minded lately of every conversation I ever had with an immigrant. And like I said, you can stop. You know, it's just in the conservative DNA to have this dewy-eyed, sloppy, drunk love for their country that often renders them incapable of acknowledging its problems. See, there you go. There you go again. You used to be funny. You're not anymore. That's how we got the 2013 Supreme Court ruling gutting the Voting Rights Act. I didn't gut the Voting Rights Act. That's a lie. Not because John Roberts is a monster, but because people like him tend to bend over and romanticize America. He thought the South was ready for the honor system. They weren't. Really? What a bunch of crap. Bill, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're contradicting yourself every other paragraph. And I'll just scroll through this and you can read it. Oh, God. And I don't know what else to say, but I'll read the last paragraph here. What's the lesson of Afghanistan? Maybe it's that everyone from the giant dorm room pitch session that is the internet should take a good look at what real oppression looks like. Ask your maid, ask your Uber driver, Ask the Asian woman giving you a massage. She'll tell you this place is Shangri-La, and just because she works in a place called Shangri-La, America may not be the country of your faculty lounge and Twitter dreams, but no one here tries to escape by hanging on to an airplane. No, we wait till we're inside the plane to fight, and then only because they cut off the beverage service. You know, Bill, you started off so strong, and then you just shot yourself in the foot. You're part of the problem. That's the problem. The people that are part of the problem don't know they are. You're an intelligent, funny guy. Go back to being funny again. Your New Rules years ago when I used to watch HBO was funny as hell. You used to have panelists on there that disagreed on everything, and you just made a joke out of all of it. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. Comedians making political points and being funny at the same time is awesome. Not you, though. Not you. You went from being a really smart, funny comedian to being a biased, single-sided commentator. So now that things are out of control, you know, you went away for the weekend and you gave your teenage kids the keys to the liquor cabinet, and now you're bitching about the fact that they all got drunk and had a party and trashed the house. What'd you expect? What'd you think would happen? You've been a liberal your whole life. What did you think would happen? You and your wife go away for a weekend. You got 50 bottles of booze in the liquor cabinet. And you hand your teenage kids the keys. And you come back at the end of the weekend and the place is trash and the liquor's all drank up. And you say, hey, what the hell happened? Well, what do you think happened, you idiot? Guys like you have greased the skids for these leftist progressive morons to now be in control and try to burn down this country. And you're a major contributor to that. You may not have done it yourself, but you sure as hell gave them the opportunity. Look, even someone like Bill Maher, as comical and as popular as he is, agrees with us. All the conservatives are bad. They gutted the Voting Rights Act. John Roberts romanticizes America. He's not really a monster. He's just clueless. Yeah, okay. You kept bad-mouthing the other side. When you start making the other side, you have hateful feelings towards them, you dehumanize them, and to get to what we have now. Okay, Bill. Okay. You got what you wanted. Don't bitch about it now. There's a reason Afghan mothers are handing their babies to us. You're right. We are the freest, the richest, and the most powerful country that ever existed on the face of the earth, and we still are. And they're giving up their children for a better life in America. Good for those parents. That's what parents do. But shame on you for contributing to this point we're at now, where one side hates the other. And we're so polarized. You contributed largely to that. Look in the mirror. You want to find out why there's so much hatred? Next time you brush your teeth or shave, look in the mirror and ask yourself why. I wonder what answer you'll come up with, if any. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.